All right, food. Welcome to the next residence report, University of Pittsburgh. It's our first of our two-part Pittsburgh episode. So let's get started. So right here we have our landing page. We'll check out the Facebook later, but beautiful Pittsburgh skyline, a nice little about us thing, and a little picture of some of the residents. I really like how they put their philosophy forward. It's always kind of nice. Some people choose to have the chief resident or the program director kind of put something, but they put their philosophy, and I like that. Got some boom, boom, boom. Thought you could hide it. Oh, look at this one. Thought you can hide it. This guy. Um, that's it. And then they kind of have something about their leadership. So I think that's really nice. They kind of put their, their values kind of forward and everything. I really like that. So let's talk about the academic program. We got a little clinical training stuff. So the first year training provides a foundation, and the second year and third years kind of, obviously get a little bit more in depth on certain things. So they kind of give you, like other programs do, kind of the breakdown about what you're going to be doing, or not really when, but I guess this maybe does. Look at that, it's an Excel file. All right, I don't know if this will entirely fit into the screen recording, but I will attach this. I'll attach this. We'll get back to the website. So just jumping back here, take a look at, they have research and teaching and administration kind of stuff over there too. So I know even like you've you've described your desire to maybe even learn a little bit about the admin stuff and whatnot. Obviously, it's a teaching place, and so all these things they kind of teach you. Cool. Oh, pediatric advanced life support courses. You might kind of like that. Anyway, here, I'm going to admin stuff later. Let's try to keep it quick. So these are the different hospitals. There's a bunch of them. Obviously, UPMC, Mercy, and UPMC Presbyterian are like really, really big hospital systems. Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh, Women's Hospital, St. Clair Hospital. Cool. A bunch of different facilities, but they all seem relatively close. I like how even on their side nav, they talk about pre-hospital care. You got these two dudes just being like, cool. So clearly there's a lot of emphasis on, making sure that mass events, making sure that they really take care of all the pre-hospital stuff that I know you're very interested in as well. Conferences, I love that they have the little didactics page, kind of tell you, not just as a little feature on another page, but here's the education conferences, clubs, the journal clubs, and then of course the actual lectures. People do seem like they're enjoying themselves. They almost all seem like they're making jokes, always. It's kind of cool. So here's the faculty members. I'll just kind of let you look over. So that's the group. They do seem like nice people. Anyway, where the heck did the residents go? Oh, here we go. So here's some of the residents. They don't really go into too much depth, unless you can click them. I didn't click them. I didn't see that. Oh, there you go. Awesome. So look at this guy. So you can click them. That's even better. Okay, so this dude, wilderness medicine, EMS, research, Pitt offered a great combination of them. Let's check out you, Jennifer. Pittsburgh native who love the people of Pitt EM, so I'm glad to stay here for residency. Ah, cool. Marketing, something like that. Let's check out. I don't know. Here, we'll check out her. Karen Malloy. My free time, enjoy running, cooking, and knitting. Academic, I'm really interested in medical applications of engineering. Cool. I came to UPMC because I love the residency balance of academic career and sense of fun. Definitely do seem like some fun people. Let's check out another class. All right. Oh, cool. Muhammad. Let's check out this guy. Oh, got it. Simple. What about you? Piken. Why'd you come to Pittsburgh? I said to match here because I'm happy to be music because of the people. My faculty are well and great teachers. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Not as in depth as a lot of the other pages we've kind of seen, but they do seem like pretty cool people in my opinion. maybe a little bit more men than women. Kind of looks like maybe a little bit more white guys than other programs, but they kind of seem like friendly white dudes. Um, Here's just some of the staff members too. So kind of cool looking group of people in charge of assisting the program. And then they talk about the alumni. What I really like about this, you see how many people like really love Pittsburgh. I mean, like that's you see that in a lot of places too. But Pittsburgh has always struck me as a place where people, when they go there, if they like it there, they really, really, really like it. They're very proud. I don't know what the heck all these people are. They're just like, we don't know. They're anywhere. So here's a great FAQ section. I think it's awesome that they do this. Is there a cutoff? There is not a cutoff. However, we typically like to match people at 220 or greater. Okay, typically. Step 2 is not required, obviously. We know that, but now that we require the slows, blah, blah, blah. Will you consider an applicant with only one EM rotation? Yes, there are circumstances that come into play, but you have more than that. And what is your policy of post-interview communication? You're always welcome to contact our office with updates or questions this year. Going forward, to ensure fairness, we will not initiate any post-interview communication unless there is a question about your application. Please understand that even if we did it, they have that closed. All right. I like how at the end, though, they have a little thing about diversity. University of Pittsburgh prioritizes diverse and supportive environment for our faculty and trainees and our patients. We believe that diversity in its forms, including race, gender, sexual orientation, blah, blah, it's important. So, I mean, yeah, we did see a few more men than women. We did see a few more VEET people than non-VEET people. But, I mean, it does go a long way to actually, I think, make this a core statement that you put on your website and something you can refer back to. And it looks to me like, I don't know. I mean, a lot of times places that are a little bit more VEET, like Rochester or Pittsburgh or anywhere in the Midwest, really, besides Chicago or something like that, and not really the coastal cities. I think that part of it is just something that is just an ingrained feature of the location. It's kind of like, oh, where am I going to go for residency if I'm a brown dude? Well, I'm going to try to go where my family is. My family's not in Pittsburgh. I mean, of course there are. It's like, so, it's also like there are brown people everywhere. So, and there are Asian people everywhere too. I mean, there's more diversity than meets the eye. Anyway, I trust this. I think it's actually pretty good. Here's something I want to show you. There are a few fellowships, one of which is pediatric emergency medicine. So they have that there. It looks really cool. I'll leave it to you to kind of check in the specifics of it. But they do have one. And last but not least, this is their Facebook page. They have this really cool profile picture of the peeps getting their degrees, I think. This person, wow, okay. All right. What the heck? This almost seems like a joke, but maybe this person just really didn't like it. But here we go. I get a nice little vibe around the peeps. They do all look like they like each other, which I do like, but I don't know. Cool. Pittsburgh also a city in transition from its more traditional industrial roots to something else. I think is really interesting. You'll see a lot of kind of social and normed culture changes and stuff like that. So here's the new peeps. Cool. All right, food. Well, this is UPMC EM program, so food out. All right, food. So our second Pittsburgh location is Allegheny. A little bit of a smaller program, and I guess definitely a smaller hospital system, but definitely a really important one. I think that they see a lot of people in kind of both the Pittsburgh city kind of ish area, and also people kind of more in the other surrounding areas that kind of come to Pittsburgh in the same way that U of R has strong and has other kinds of RGH or whatever Highland, I don't know where, I don't know, whatever, but you kind of have some people I think more in the suburban areas or even in rural areas, so I think that the dynamic is probably what you're used to kind of seeing. So this is the program. There's the program director, and it's Well, hold on. Never mind. I thought I saw something earlier, but maybe it's on a different page. Anyway, seems like a pretty cool kind of group of people. We can go into a little bit of the curriculum, I guess, first. So here's your basic rundown of what you got to do. I mean, we've seen this a million times over. Give you a little bit of some, general and stuff and specifics. Give you some electives, palliative unit too. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Talks a little bit about the didactic stuff. Here's very specifically what's going on, blah, 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 the journal club, this conference that they have, obviously mass casualty courses in all the cities that seem to have that, retreats, some simulations and stuff like that. Typical stuff. So here are your residents, here are all the first years. Don't know if those are like the incoming first years or the ones who just got here or the ones from last year, if they updated it, I don't know. Seem like some pretty cool beeps. Oh, can't click them. Never mind. All right, well, that's all you get. You just get their faces. You just get to judge a book by its cover. Oh, interesting. Let's check out some of the faculty. So here's the faculty. Looks like you got, some Indians, female, can't really tell, probably V, not really sure, VV, V, and two themes. And that's, can't really know too much about them. All right, well, here's some of the cool research stuff that's going on, eye tracking movement. So that's pretty interesting. Biomarkers of acute stroke etiology. Cool. And a few other things. So do have some good research components and whatnot. And more or less that's it. I mean, they give you some information at the application and whatnot, but it's the same thing. But let's take a look at, you can take a look at benefits consortium. So you got all your basic benefits and all that kind of stuff. Oh, 2 lab coats per year, cool, right? And that kind of stuff definitely does well in Pittsburgh. See what they say about Pittsburgh. So they kind of give you the different hospital system or the hospitals that they have. And yeah, the gateway to the West, that's what they call it, the Steel City. So that's that. Pretty straightforward website. Does seem like it could be a decent option. Pittsburgh definitely seems like a city, like I was saying before, that's in transition, and also for definitely in the upswing of things. It's kind of like the trendiest city in the country right now. So I don't know, could be kind of cool, worth checking out. All right, see ya.